Jeff Howard here at FixMyKite.com, and we've wanted to answer a few questions we've had people call about. Now, on almost every kite out there, over a long period of time, your valves will begin to come off. It's either from heat or just over time. The bonding of the valve onto the bladder inside of the casing will come unbonded. Now, a lot of people have asked us, how about gluing that old valve back on? Now, let me show you. If you take a valve, here's one that came off of a kite. You can see over time it's UV. These will begin to crack. They just don't take the abuse. Now, that's years of use. But the problem is it'd be like putting a used tire back onto a car. Why would you want to do that if you really want to get it replaced correctly? If you glue this back on and then it starts to come off because it doesn't bond very well, replacing it and putting a stick on like you should do is very, very difficult. So make sure that if you go to rebond a valve back on, you're making a quick fix. You're not doing it correctly. So if you want to use one of these old valves and use something like this sandwiching method and put back on, reinstalling your old valve on here, be aware. What happens is these old valves, they begin to crack. And this one here, it's got a big crack in the bottom of it. This one as well. This is what came off of one of the kites. This is what happens over sun and use and everything else. Here's one that's pretty new that came off a kite. This is what happens inside of the kite. They will begin to crack and they will begin to give out. It's always better to get rid of those old valves, take your clean bladder surface area and get a full sticky and get it replaced. This is a brand new one. This is what they come from the factory. This is what they look like over time. If you can see the yellowing and the cracking effect that will happen in this material. This is original. So it's always better if you get that valve off, get the full-on sticky valve and get that stuck back on there. Do not use a system that will take the existing old valve and the material such as this and bond that back onto your kite. That's kind of, again, it's putting a used product onto it that probably will not last very long at all. Then if you go to replace it, you've got to replace the bladder and replace the valve at the same time. So get the stick-ons, get them replaced. Don't try to rebond those old valves back onto the kite. We have used this system for many, many years. It works very, very well. We just want to inform you and let you know that get the stick-on and you will be ready to rock and roll. That's Jeff Howard at FixMyKite.com. We're here to help you keep your kites going.